Testing, mic check. Cinnamon buns, cinnamon buns, cinnamon buns. Hello, friendos. My name is Nez, and we are once again back at it again for some more Arknights, because today we're gonna be beginning our story reading of the current Arknights event, ATO. ATO? ATO? I'm gonna just say ATO. So far, holy shit, that's the first time I've actually heard Hoshiguma the Breacher's EP. I said it yesterday, I think this entire event was made specifically for me. Holy fuck, I did not expect the hip-hop. We got this whole... Bro, the entire vibe of this entire event was made specifically for me. I'm so excited to finally get into an actual Hoshiguma plotline, full-on Hoshiguma plotline. I think, if I'm not hallucinating, the last time we saw her wasn't in the main story, when Chen quit the LGD for good reason. I think it was during Liu Xiaohei's collab, because that also took place in Lungmen. So yeah, I've been craving for a Hoshiguma plotline for so long, mainly because I think she has so much potential as a character, and they kind of left her hanging when Chen quit the LGD and Hoshiguma stayed the dog of Wei Yanwu. It's kind of wild. It's like, not gonna lie, Swire and Hoshiguma, they got zero chemistry. So it feels like there's so much left on the table when they left Hoshiguma behind, when Chen left. And finally, I think she's no longer going to be based in Lungmen from this event. She's going back to Higashi. It's also our first big plotline in Higashi that wasn't a collab, because the Monster Hunter collab also took place in Higashi, but it wasn't in a main city. It was in the outskirts. Had to deal with the Rathalos. But yeah, the most interesting part about Hoshiguma is that she's an ex-mobster, dog. Like, you can't explore a lot of those plot lines between Yakuza ex-mobsters while she's a dog of the LGD. I mean, the LGD and Wei Yanwu are bastards to begin with. Let's not forget what lies underneath in the sewers of Lungmen. So I've been so hyped and excited for Hoshiguma, especially with the alter change. I don't know. It's wild that they literally just said, make her do arts damage. She's fine as a defender. Just make her do arts damage. Also, give her a katana. Alright? I'm in. I'm in. Didn't need to make her a guard. Just had to make her stay as an arts defender. Alright? Still in. Also, the entire vibe of this event. Retro. 60s, 70s, Yakuza, Shibuya. I think the region of Higashi this is going to take place is called Mitsuake. Okay. I think that's it for our recap, or at least everything I remember. Higashi, Mitsuake, 1099. So this takes... It's not current day, but it's almost there. It's right at the tail end of the Londinium saga, plus also Rhodes Island. The Rhodes Island incident. If we don't have better words for it. Okay, so let's watch the CG before we start. Before we start, we also listen to the lobby theme, because the lobby theme's fucking banging, dog. Everything about this event. Let's turn volume up a little. I love this new design. This design is based off of her 1011 skin, which was her best skin by far. We got the city pop, the compliment, the hip hop. I wonder how this is gonna connect. Why would the Yakuza be involved with an idol like Haruka? Also, this is a bit loud. Are we gonna get a whole insert song of Haruka's music? Also, ninjas. Ninjas, Yakuza, puppeteering. I almost forgot that Suzerain's father is actually involved in this one as well. Why is she summoning powers from remembering her wife? Hold up. This too might be Yuri. National level idol suspected to be missing. Okay. That might be the crux of the event. Haruka, the national idol, missing. She's so cool. Alright. We're in. Let us begin our story reading. AT-ST-1. The Oni Shadow. You're not Madame Oni anymore. You're just an Oni. A vicious Oni. Turning the volume up. Can't wait for the PC port. The official PC port to come sooner or later. Hypergraph. No, Madame Oni. I can't let you go any further. Wait. That's not our Oni. This is a different person. Is this Haruka? I have to kill that man. The Oyuban told me himself. I can't let you get any closer. There's no time. Out of the way, Jiro. Last warning. Madame Oni! Even you're getting in my way now, Jiro. I know I can't. I just want one last drink with you, okay? I'm not trying to buy time, just one drink. When we're done, we can get back to killing each other. The Yakuza pulls out a bottle of sake and pours 2 cups, while the woman known as Madame Oni silently watches on. Drink already. Madame Oni lifts her head and the sake falling straight into her belly, but rather than a gentle warmth, raging fire burns in her like a twisted knife. Jiro, you... I've gotta protect him. He might be your enemy, but he's always been good to me. He dies here, he's only going to be my benefactor. If he lives, he'll become the benefactor for all of Mitsukue. Mitsukue, okay. Sorry, Madame Oni. Ah! Wait a minute. Why are there musical notes coming out of the fire? Wait, is this actually Haruka? Is she an Oni? I thought she was a goldfish. The pain in her belly becomes a raging inferno that churns together with the fury in her mind, bursting its way out of her chest. Unlike the chivalrous Yakuza who walked against the flow, who knew right from wrong, and believed in the justice she had always upheld, now she has devolved into a vicious Oni, one who knows nothing but slaughter. Okay, let me guess. This is just a movie. I feel like this might just be a movie that Haruka is starring in. The Hanya in her hands can no longer be controlled by the great wisdom in scripture it is named for. All that is left is a frenzied fury that burns hotter than the face of Hanya, uncaring of former friendships. Yeah! Madame Oni! Ugh. No! She was a baddie! Fuck. sentenced to NPC hell. Stop her!
She's gone mad! All who get in my way must die.
That's a random passerby. Diet candidate.
Time, transformation, the general welfare. These words must ring hollow to you. Belaboring the subject would not bring you redemption. Vicious Oni.
Yurasei! Yurasei! Like a Yakuza, Birth of the Vicious Oni. Starring Momoka Hanyu. We're looking at a rough launch week, aren't we? Yeah, soon Field is coming. What's up, Spiffy? All anyone ever wants to talk about on fucking launch week are gacha rates. I'm getting tired of it. It's all anyone wanted to talk about for the past year. But anyway, we'll be there, right on launch. Pre-download. Comes out on the 20th, right? So that's tomorrow.
Excuse me.
No pushing. Are you trying to flatten everyone or something? That giant Uchiwa you've got, lift it up high.
Uchiwa?
You know, a fan wave to show how big of a fan you are. Isn't that board you got there a real big one? Making it a triangle is pretty creative. How long has Momochi been your Oshi? Oh no! It's an idol stan!
Momochi? Sorry, just trying to get through. I'm in a hurry.
You're a little worried because it looks like they didn't change much based on the stream? They gave us a pitiable 10 free pulls if you just pull 30 times. I swear, bro. All you need are 30 pulls. You get 10 for free. It doesn't even count for the hard pity. Man, they're being generous, right? I love it when my gacha game companies are generous. I swear, dog. I mean, ever since the first beta, a year ago, I've been of the mind that it's going to be a shitty casino. So I've already resigned. A year ago, I've already resigned myself a year ago that Enfield was gonna be as predatory as every other gacha. So I stopped thinking about how bad or good the gacha rates were going to be. Everything is all according to my expectations. I am not surprised. And at this point, all I really care about is the story. Plus maybe the factory autism simulator.
Momoka! 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 Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm so honored that my first role on big screen got to be the leading lady in Birth of the Vicious Oni, the Nameless Oni.
Sounds like a way to offset the Arsenal stuff. You're more worried about the combat and story. Combat's fine. The combat has a great foundation. The story... it's passable. All I really cared going into the betas was Hypergriff showing that they could improve from beta 1 to beta 2, from tech test 1 to the beta test. I saw that and I'm like, alright, it doesn't matter if the story is mid at launch at the moment. It shows that they're serious about improving things. Maybe a bit slowly, but sure, it shows that they might be serious about it. That's all I needed to know.
I've always been fascinated by the Nameless Oni, as she's the subject of a kaiden tale that's been going around Mitsukue for ages. An Oni with a single horn who rebels in the name of vengeance, wiping out an entire Yakuza family in a berserk rage, before finally killing the candidate for the diet she swore a blood feud against. Blood feud?
Wait, is this entire story based off Hoshiguma's background? They made a movie out of it?
After realizing just how much blood-stained her hands had become, she couldn't bear the guilt, ultimately committing suicide.
Don't most of them have one horn? Yato has 2 horns. As an Oni.
Suicide? Her endless resentment meant she couldn't be reborn, so she became a specter roaming the streets, vowing to bury the truth in the dark. She suffers no witnesses to live. Has the story really grown that much? It's a terrifying and tragic story, but it's a touching one, and now it's finally out on the silver screen for all to see. The movie means a lot to me. The people of Kajimachi were so kind to me when we were filming there, so I'd like to thank them while I have the chance. I'd also like to take this opportunity to talk about Shin Onibugyu, coming out this winter. I'll be playing the lead, Onihapu no Take, giving everyone a whole new take on the Onibugyu story. It'll have a few Birth of the Vicious Oni related Easter eggs and references too. I really can't tell you too much right now, but I hope you all go and watch it too. Next we have our very last song for the show, the ED for Birth of a Vicious Oni. Kishimon Nocturne. Hope you all like it.
It is a slow song. The moment the music starts, the crowd quiets down. The singer had already belted out an entire concert's worth of songs. The beads of sweat running down her neck are just barely perceptible, but she strives to keep her breathing steady, singing to the gentle violin.
Plot of the film aside, the song's pretty good. This Momochi has a great singing voice too. Shame I don't have time for a break right now.
Hoshiguma turns her head towards the perimeter of the crowd. Peering over the heads of hundreds, no thousands of fans, she's looking to spy a target before the target spies her. Unfortunately, at that very moment, they lock eyes. There she is!
Gah. Excuse me, I need to switch places.
What?
If you're not going to move, I'll push my way through.
I don't understand!
Sorry, pal.
The Oni woman lifts her Uchiwa up high. It is only at this point that the young fan notices the cold glint of steel shining off it. That's not a fan? Uchiwa? One of those fans with your Oshi's name on them? Before he has any time to react, he is pushed aside by some monstrous force. The tall Oni has barged past him, and now she is only a few steps away from the stage. Wait a minute, is she the one that's going to kidnap Haruka? This too might be Yuri.
Alone in this land, we all float on by. Our fleeting tender moments cause such deep sighs. Let me forever gaze into your eyes.
Is this an actual EP that we can listen to? I haven't heard Haruka's EP yet. She's a 6-star, right? She should have an EP song.
Looking at life's dawn and dusk so filled with dreams. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all for listening. That was the last song I have for you today.
Encore! 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 Meanwhile, hello! That's Kichise. I also love Kichise's design as a character. Why is she a 5-star dog?
Momoka! Momoka! Momoka!
Momoka? It's Momoka.
Here! Over here!
Amidst a surging crowd of fans, one is particularly excited. She lifts something up high, having done all she can to squeeze through the crowd to reach the stage.
Momoka! I live in Kajimachi. I was even an extra in Birth of the Vicious Oni.
Oh no, she's also a stan. Alright? Sure, girl failure.
This is a picture you took with us extras when we were wrapping up filming. I always wanted to give it to you, but never had the chance. Please take it. Kajimachi? You're...
Even Kajimachi has star chasers like her these days. I thought only old geezers lived there. As she muses, Hoshiguma inadvertently spots out of the corner of her eye several men, very much not dressed like fans, heading towards the Kajimachi girl. They don't look like plainclothes security either. She might even say they look more like Yakuza. Just as they're about to grab hold of her, Momoka suddenly pulls her up onto the stage.
Whoa! Momoka, I love you!
The fans, lost to hype, rush the stage, making the already cramped venue even more impenetrable. Where's the security? Up on stage, the sparkling idol cups her hands around her fans.
You... Could you tell me your name? Kichise. I'm Kichise. I'm sure I've seen you before. You remember me? What did I even do that was so memorable, Momoka-san? This might be embarrassing, but you're the first person I've met who actually likes film set bentos. That's because the rice is so good. Wait, you saw that? Oh, no. I put my own on the table next to you, so I got to happily watch you eat your 6 box. I'm so sorry! Oh, please, there's no need. I just meant...
As the girl leans forward, she loses her balance, stumbling into Momoka's embrace. Seeing her give one of her fans a big hug, the crowd goes wild! This, too, is Yuri.
Hey now, watch your step. So, how is Kajimachi right now? Is everyone doing okay? Kajimachi, right. Right now it... What? The pachinko parlor is not seeing as much business as it used to. Most people who want to stay out of trouble have moved away, and they're shooting Shin Onibugyu in a big fancy soundstage studio. No, wait, what I'm trying to say is that I'm here on Kajimachi's behalf to invite you back. Everyone would love to see you again. Really? I'll gladly go and I'll gladly see what I can do. I'll do anything I can for Kajimachi's sake. Kichise-san, security's almost here. You can leave from the side. Thank you, Momoka-san. Thanks for the photo!
Momoka turns to look at the backup band. The lead keyboardist gives her a nod.
Then, thank you for everyone for your passion and energy. It really means a lot to me. So I'd like to ask everyone to wait a little bit longer and let the band have a moment to catch their breath. I'll be back on stage in 2 minutes to give you all a perfect curtain call.
I feel like there's an underlying plot. Strange men in the crowd, plus Hoshiguma, all heading straight towards Momoka. The venue lights slowly fade out, but the darkness does not stop the crowd's fervent chatter. Hoshiguma takes the opportunity to haul herself up on the stage, trying to leave the venue as fast as possible. I think the best part about Hoshiguma Alter is that her posture is fixed. She was sentenced to gamer posture for 6 years before getting her altar and fixing whatever scoliosis that she has. Who stepped on me?
Who are you? Isn't this one of the guys chasing Kichise? Guess they really were plainclothes security. Just looking to head out, nothing else. It's too crowded down there. Don't you fans pay a lot of money to be in a crowd like that? Wait, I bet you're the type of messed up fan who goes on stage to bother the talent. I really am just trying to head out. You really didn't check who's in charge of Momoka-san's agency. Stay right there. Hey, what the hell's this thing? A metal shield! Report! We got trouble! There's someone on stage! Going to have to ask you to shut it. I need to get out of here quick. If I end up chased by both security and police... I'm coming back on stage now! Thank you for everyone waiting!
Surprise. Lights turn on. The two people up on the stage look at each other with surprise. An unconscious man slumped on the floor between them.
An Oni? With a single horn? From the legend? The nameless Oni Kaiden legend? Eek! Get back! Don't haunt me! Stay away from me!
As the crowd looks on, the one-horned Oni turns towards backstage, while Momoko huddles against the floor, shielding her head with her hands. The lighting director cuts the lights, but it's no use. It only takes 5 seconds of silence before the venue develops into complete bedlam. Okay, so Hoshiguma's target was Kichise. Phew, finally got out of there. Even if you account for the chaos, the encore should be over by now. The police will be on my trail soon enough. Should I go meet them? No, I should at least head back to Kajimachi first to see the old man. Who knows how much the place has changed in 20 years. You left it. You were in Lawman for 20 years! Hold up, my chair's sinking. Ding dong ding. Lingones department store. Don 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 Quixote. Everything you want, you'll find here. Lingones department store. Name sounds Bolivarian. Maybe it's an international chain. Lingones department store? Wasn't it called Yamazakiya? Did they extend the store so much it blocked the road? Looks like I need to go inside to pass through. Why don't you come in for a drink? You look like you could handle your liquor, and we just got some high-quality whiskey. Or if you would prefer a more old-school choice, we also have a fine collection of imoshochu. No thank you. Behind the store there should be... Blocked up too. Take this, Ojo-san. No need. No, you definitely need it. You need to be guided to the most precious thing on Terra. The stepping stone to happiness. A flyer for a host club? I definitely don't need this. Midnight might be working there. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a Midnight cameo of him working in a host club. Whatever. It just seemed like you were looking for something. Anything I could help with? What did you happen to lose here in this bustling street of entertainment? On the way home. I never expected valiant ladies like you to have days when they were lost. But no matter. Were all the alleys from Nita Street to Kajimachi blocked off? Can you only go using the main road now? No need to be so hasty in going back. Looks like there wasn't any point in asking. They're still scanning the crowd. They haven't seen me yet. Okay, we get the Arknights version of Japanese police. Hoshiguma finds a perfectly unremarkable wall to sit down against. True enough, 2 police officers keep their eyes on the crowd, walking past her without a second glance. Just blend in. Most of the credit goes to the people she's sharing the wall with. Majority of them drunken office workers. Some of them lean against the wall to vomit, while others simply hunch over to puke onto the street. Good to know that in Arknights, there are also black companies that make salarymen want to kill themselves in Arknights, Japan. Never change! As for those who want to entertain themselves in the entertainment district through means outside of alcohol, they appear as if on an infinite conveyor belt, a near infinite supply of them on an endless loop. She's pretty sure she saw this group of people walk past her not 5 minutes ago. Just about time to go. Ooh, a stall. Oh! character. Wait. That's our information broker, and that's our idol. She's trying to keep it down low. Also, where can I get that shirt? Is that a shirt that we could buy from the merch store? I want it. Is that a sushi mascot on her red bag? It looks like a tatsugiri.
Taisho, that one-horned Oni. Are you sure she isn't the Kaidan from the legend here to haunt me?
The Kaidan from the tales aren't like the ghosts you're thinking of. Relax.
Oh, but what else could it have been? A ghost is the only explanation.
Nothing going on in that head of hers. Heart of gold. Head of nothing. If she was a ghost, why'd she run off without you doing anything? If she didn't follow you, then the only explanation is pure coincidence. She's got nothing to do with you. You're better off worrying about other things. From what you said, Mio-san would have to take responsibility for the big ruckus today. Mio? The mini-boss that we saw in the gameplay.
Mio-san? No, her job is to keep me safe. I'm fine at least. Anyway, just in case the ghost is real, it's not like anyone upstairs can blame her for failing to stop a ghost, right?
Your Chikua, Daikon, and Burden be sending. The radiant Momoka on stage is now just a young woman venting her frustrations, sniffling back tears before using one hand to lift her mask, and her other to bring a bamboo skewer to her mouth, biting off a chunk of Chikua to chew on.
Phew. I'm still scared, Taisho. I'll wait here at this yatai for a bit.
Yatai or yatai? Sometimes you wouldn't know. I think phonetically, when it's Japanese, it should be yatai, right? Just like it's also yaoi, kawaii. It smells good. Taisho, I'll have a boiled fowl beef's egg, a piece of atsuage, and kombu nut. Coming right up. I just need to head that way to get to Kajimachi, right? That's right. Got work there, Okyaku-sama? Just dropping by for a visit.
You're that! Taisho, look! She really did follow me!
Well,
I'm begging you, please don't haunt me, Ghost-san. When I was playing you, I really did my best. If you're not happy with my performance, I can ask for a reshoot. Wait, no, the film's already out. It's too late for that.
Oh, she is an airhead.
I'm actually really scared of Kaidan, Ghost-san. I didn't mean to offend you.
Who's shouting? Is something going on over there? Really let us on a wild fowl beast chase, Hoshiguma-san. Still going to resist arrest? Hardly. I wasn't planning on resisting in the first place. Hands where I can see them. Just casually taking Hoshiguma away?
Huh? What just happened?
What do you mean, what just happened?
I must be dreaming. Why did the police just arrest the ghost?
Well, I could already sniff out the vibes of this event. I say, look man, every single summer event starts out like this. Goofy as hell. The Yakuza way. Wait a minute. AT-1, the Yakuza way. The cleanup is done. Load the remains into the trunk, get in the driver's seat and leave. Nothing in the rearview mirror. You are not being followed. Why then do you hear the sound of breathing from behind you?
I will sip my coffee.
Here's your fried meat chop and rice, detective. Good job. Go get some rest. Thank you. It's past midnight already. You've been hiding from us ever since you got to Mitsuku this afternoon. You must be hungry. You haven't eaten at all. Nodders. Alright then. Here. Fried meat chop with rice. Higashini's specialty. Detective puts extra emphasis on the word Higashini's and pushes the tray towards Hoshiguma. With nary a word, Hoshiguma picks up the bowl and chopsticks and begins shoveling rice down her gullet. She's just like me, for real, for real. Oh my god, it looks so good. What is that? Oh. It's katsu. Well, how is it? You like the food? Did they have food like this in Lungmen? Continue shoveling down rice. Would you look at that? Tell me, just how long has it been since you've enjoyed proper Higashini's meal? Shoves chop into mouth. Whatever. Eat up. Tilts head back, dumps remaining contents of bowl into mouth. She just like me, for real, for real. Phew. Tastes like home, doesn't it? It's not a home or nostalgia thing, Detective-san. I'm just hungry. Why you? Actually, I had a fried meat chop with rice right before I left Lungmen. Next time, could you get me something else? Like some oden from the place you dragged me out of? It smelled amazing. I didn't even get a sip of the broth. And for the record, when I was footing the bill to feed suspects back in Lungmen, I always ordered Shengfun. I suggest you start taking this a bit more seriously, Hoshiguma. You're the suspect this time. Me? I haven't been to Mitsuku for 24 hours. What could you possibly suspect me of? A suspect in a case from 20 years ago isn't a suspect. 20 years ago? Hey yo! Why is this man's in NPC jail? Hold up! Husbando Knights? We just fell to our knees at the Walmart? Hold up! Detective-san. Detective Koretu. Detective Koretu? Tou? Koretou? I don't know. OU is the phonetic sound that I struggle the most with Japanese. Tou? Tou? Yes. After 20 years, we're well past the statute of limitations. Besides, you should be done authenticating my Lungmen Inspector's badge, no? We haven't gotten the results back yet. Let's assume you're telling the truth. What would motivate a Lungmen cop like you to come all the way back here? Did you lose your job? You have some enemies you need to deal with? Did someone in Lungmen send you here? Or are you perhaps connected to those rumors about the spy of the Northern Court? Northern Court? Stop. If you keep throwing out guesses like that, this whole conversation's gonna spiral. Take a look at this letter, Detective. We just searched you. Where the hell were you hiding that? It takes a detective to outsmart a detective. A letter. Someone called Hoshiguma back to Hingashi. Did she leave her bike on Lungmen? Phew. Let's run another lap. How about it, partner? Think you could keep up with me? Looks like you're good. Let's go. Is that the lady's car? The single-horned Oni lays across the vehicle, sizes up the end of the straightaway, then charges dead ahead. The howling winds make it hard for her to tell just how far her pursuers are.
brings you here, ma'am?
Lady Fumizuki.
I'm just stopping by. I don't plan on staying long. Yenmu told me that before Swire set out for New Siesta, she tidied up all internal affairs to lighten the load for those of you left behind.
Okay. Timing-wise, it's starting to fall in place.
Yeah, if Missy hadn't wrapped things up before leaving, how could I have found the time to come here? That's true. Then what is it that's troubling you, Inspector Hoshiguma? You can see it in my face, huh? I wouldn't say so. However, if repeatedly pushing the pedal to the metal still leaves you wrestling with anxiety, you shouldn't bottle up that emotion up on your own. You and I are both Higashinis. When little Chen and Swire aren't here and I have to act in their stead. We are, aren't we? Indeed we are, Higashinis. I can't hide anything from you, ma'am. I recently received a letter.
Dear Madame, summer's end is nigh, yet the stubborn heat still lingers. Please mind your good health. 20 years have passed with nary a word between us. Much has transpired, things best left unwritten. Yet I feel compelled to write you, though I regret any trouble this may cause. This letter is written for no other than the decade or so that we spent together in our hometown of Kajimachi, which is soon to vanish off the map. Though the land is unaware, its people still have feelings. Therefore, I have humbly taken it upon myself to organize the funeral rites for Kajimachi, which will be held soon. In my waning years, to see old friends once more would be a grand blessing. Sincerely, Tessai.
What a solemn, traditional letter. This is the man who arranged for your refuge in Lungmen, the so-called father of Hanya. That's right. I called him Uncle Tessai. It's been so many years, he must be in his 70s or 80s by now. I lived in Kajimachi before I left Mitsukue. And so, is it not only proper to return to Kajimachi one last time before it is no more? To be honest, when I first came to Lungmen, I considered settling here for good. I thought about moving elsewhere if things didn't work out, even leaving Yan altogether, same way I left Higashi. But the one thing I never considered was going back home. It's been 20 years. I don't even know what Mitsuku is like these days. Instead of going back home, I might as well come here for a ride and grab a plate of street food, stir-fried noodles to put my mind at ease.
Okay. 20 years since Hoshiguma left Higashi. We don't know if she left in her childhood or in her teens. Let's assume she left in her teens. So that would make Hoshiguma probably in her mid-30s. At least. At best, she's another 40-year-old woman in Arknights. Mainly because the passage of time is cruel. But not to our Arknights characters. Because they'll never let a 40-year-old woman have crinkles and creases. Wait, what'd she say? It's been 20 years. I don't even know what Mitsuku is like these days. Instead of going back home, I might as well come here for a ride and grab a plate of street food. Stir-fried noodles to put my mind at ease.
Don't you have a good reason to go home? The funeral, no? You volunteered to serve as a mighty guardian of Lungmen, throwing yourself into the fight without hesitation. Yenwu, myself, Lin, and all your friends. We've seen it with our own eyes. But you shouldn't limit yourself. You're more than that. Little Chen is gone, and Yusha, well, has more or less taken over for her father. One LGD commissioner alone won't keep this operation afloat. I've neglected my responsibilities. Nonsense. Before little Chen left Lungmen, you had words with her. They eventually reached my ears as well, whether I wanted to hear them or not. Even if the problems you bottled up inside can never be resolved, simply going back to have a chat with him while he still walks among the living is worth your while, yes? You're right. By the way, don't forget to bring back a few packs of proper Higashini senbei for me. Senbei? A Janbing shop opened near the LGD. I thought it was Higashini senbei, with the name translated, so I went and placed an order. It wasn't until the piping hot pancake came out and stuffed with a foul beast egg, crispy meat, and scallions that I realized it wasn't a senbei at all, but a Jiangqi Janbing. These are completely different dishes.
Fumizuki's homesick. Meanwhile, Wei is on his way to the capital for the finale of the Sui saga. Just leaving Fumizuki and Swire to take care of well, Lin is also there. To take care of things in Lungmen. Hoshiguma can take a little vacation to come home. Kinda sad about Fumizuki though.
I think we resolved any and all misunderstandings between us, right, Detective Koreto? The Oyobun of the Kinsekikai Yakuza clan sent you a letter, inviting you to the funeral in Kajimachi, his turf.
Oh. Yakuza clan.
After some persuading from a particular individual of similar origin, you've decided to come back there, am I right? That's right. This particular individual. Her identity is not important. Is it not? If it was not for her, would you dare walk the streets of Mitsukue? Of course I would. Alright. If it really isn't important, then you can stay here a good 24 hours. The station's quiet these days anyway. Hardly any calls, we get are real emergencies. Then what are they about? They're reporting signs of a kaidan they want me to investigate. A kaidan? Like an urban legend? Ghost story? Ha! You really haven't been back to Mitsukue for a while, huh? This place doesn't even feel like a real police station anymore. The townies have been treating us like cops from the spiritual affairs station for a while now.
I don't think it's yokai. I think it's ninjas.
Who is it? There's someone outside for you. It's Mifune-san.
The weird-looking agent, detective, glances at Hoshiguma, then out the door. Hatred is seared across his face. Mifune-san.
If you're in the middle of something here, do you want me to stall him for a bit?
You stall him? You won't even get 3 words in before he calls someone else. Then that call will be routed straight to us. Send him in.
Hello! You're the boss! And you're clearly a vampire. Right? I mean, I don't see any other racial designators. Look at me in my profiling. You're a vampire! With that Astarian-looking face, white hair, pale skin, red eyes. Are you related to Warfarin? Is Warfarin Japanese? Before the detective can finish speaking, a tall Fidia... Oh. Fidia! He's a snake! Strides into the room. Ignoring the officers around him, he makes a beeline for Hoshiguma. More importantly, are you a thick tail or a thin tail? That's all we need to know.
Can be. Never fear, Hoshiguma. As long as I'm here, the police can't touch you. Haha, Kohei Mifune-san. Been a while since someone called you by your old name. From before you made it big, huh? Well, why don't you try it then?
This too is yaoi.
Good. Knowing when to yield is a virtue.
Mifune.
Hoshiguma, you will always address me as Kinbi.
Is it Kinbei? Like Jinbei? Kinbei.
Come, let's go home.
Detective Koretu hasn't...
Still hasn't what? Hasn't explained the basis for this arbitrary detention. Don't tell me this is about the case from 20 years ago. What a pity. The statute of limitations already expired many years ago, actually. The Northern Court may have revised its penal code, but that doesn't give you Southerners the right to bend the law.
Spare me the mudslinging. Even if the statute of limitations is up.
Yes, the statute of limitations is up. So on what grounds are the police still detaining people? I want a justification. One that can withstand a diet inquiry, a televised hearing, and the court of public opinion.
This is intimidation.
This is me exercising my rights under the law.
Detective Koreto!
Koreto. Fuck it, we're calling him detective.
Let them go.
Kinbi, Uncle Tessai sent you to get me.
The entire Kinsekikai is awaiting your return. Let's go. Stop arguing with the cops.
The Yakuza clan is waiting the return of Hoshiguma after 20 years. They exit the police station, turn right, and cross the street. The street unfolds before Hoshiguma in broad daylight. The harsh white sun shines down on the street, draining the buildings of their neon shimmer and bearing the raw concrete beneath. The morning commute is in full swing. Expressionless office workers hurry past the shops that are either still closed or trying half-heartedly to drum up business. None of them look nearly as glamorous as they did under the moonlight. Who was it that they threw up on the street last night? Which man was persuaded to empty his wallet at the club under the light of day? They all look the same. Salarymen.
How many years has it been? How are things in Lungmen? Still good? We hadn't heard a peep from you all this time. I was afraid something had happened to you. I was worried sick.
Maybe Uncle might be a nice guy. Don't let the red eyes and evil glare fool you. But he was a boss in the gameplay, so...
I figured. After all this time, nobody thought of me as one of the Kinsekikai anymore.
How? No matter how hard fate plays its tricks or how long you've been incommunicado. As long as you come back, then you're still family.
What is this? John Wick? Incommunicado.
Over the past 2 decades, has the Kinsekikai ever issued you an expulsion or no contact notice? Never. Say what you will, but even now at every official meeting, the seat of the old man's left is still empty. You've always been the Kinsekikai's Wakagashira, the heir apparent.
She's the heir of the Yakuza clan? She left all of that to be a dog in Lungmen?
And you?
Why, I'm just the Wakagashira Osa, the Wakagashira's second. Don't for a minute think the old man's gone senile. Everyone agrees with his decision. If you hadn't off that diet candidate 20 years ago, before I could get to him too, the Kinsekikai would have been driven out of Kajimachi, crushed under the weight of his public pressure campaign.
Oh, right. The movie that we saw at the start of the event was literally what happened 20 years ago. Oh, she off the diet member. The legendary one-horned Oni.
Then you made sure the rest of us were in the clear, taking all the heat for the killing. You fled to Longmen alone, which allowed the Kinseki guy to survive. You've sacrificed so much for us. If we just turned our backs on you, what kind of family would that make us?
Don't say such things.
It's all facts, clear as day. So why can't I state the facts?
Kinbi, we can talk ancient history later. Uncle Tessai mentioned in the letter that he was holding a funeral for Kajimachi. Do you know about this?
A what? A funeral? No. What are we talking about a funeral? Madame Oni, we really don't have time to wander the streets right now. We need to get back to Kajimachi and find him as quick as we can to straighten all this out.
The tall figure hastens his steps and hurries off towards Kajimachi. He walks so fast with such long strides that Hoshiguma has to break into a jog just to keep up. Was the funeral a ploy just to get Hoshiguma back? But why? Maybe Kinbi just wanted her back to offer so that she wouldn't be the heir to the clan anymore. Hold up, maybe this was a trap by Kinbi. Maybe he was the one that dragged her back so that he could finally take care of her. Wait a minute. I'm gonna sip my coffee. Meanwhile, back with Momoka.
Wow! Ooh, new senbei flavors. Premium muskmelon with Syracuse and red sauce, and condensed sisti milk with Onjozo soy sauce. They look delicious. No, I'm counting my calories. I have to watch what I eat. Huh? Mio-san? I'll be at the agency in a few minutes. Did you need something? What? Almost there. I'm running over now.
Mio was the mini-boss that we saw in the gameplay.
Treating fans like fools, nose in the air? I'm no fan of hers anymore, that's for sure. She ruined the concert? Trying so hard to go viral pretending to be scared, aren't you embarrassed? Oh, what is all this?
Oh my god! Wife. Wife? 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 How is she not a playable character? What? Hypergriff. NPC jail? How dare? How dare you show us? What the hell? Alright. I'm in. When is Mio becoming a playable character? Don't make her 5-star. I'm gonna be so disappointed if she's just a 5-star eventually.
A media smear campaign. It started early yesterday morning, most likely the work of a rival. Producer, I didn't know you were coming.
What's the situation?
It all happened so suddenly. PR is still investigating.
This isn't just PR.
What do you mean?
That one-horned Oni wasn't our doing, right? Mio, you're responsible for Momoka's safety. Please get to the bottom of all this.
Of course.
Momoka, your gaffe on stage yesterday was one thing, but upstairs is more upset about something else.
What's that?
You've been acting less and less like a pop star idol lately. Then this happens and you vanish without a trace.
The fans didn't seem to react too negatively. I even gave them an encore. They were into it. I was tired and hungry when I hopped off stage. Not to mention scared, I just went to my favorite Oden Yatai, is all.
Well, how do you explain your inappropriate monologue up there?
Inappropriate monologue? Wait, what did I say was wrong? Your remarks on Kajimachi. Kajimachi? Oh, you mean the fan that...
The Kinseki group is the sole backer of our entire operation. They have a very tense relationship with Kajimachi right now. Speaking out recklessly will only make things harder for all of us. Our fans are only here for the music, not politics. No politics here.
I don't understand what the big deal is. I was just thinking about how I shot my first movie there. I still remember when I got started, you told me Chairman Desai valued my skills.
The past is the past. I'm talking about the present. Things are different now. Besides, we've always told you to stay in your lane and stick to the script when you're on stage. The people come to see Momoka, not you, with your big mouth. No politics here.
I get it.
Wow, it's like we're a fly on the wall of HoloLive HQ. As long as you get it.
Producer, when are we gonna go to the recording studio? My schedule is packed today. We have to get a move on.
Meh. Actually, why don't you take a few days off?
Huh? What? Producer, I don't need any rest. I'm used to the grind by now. We're in peak season, I know that. If I take a break now, then they'll put us several days behind.
Maybe if you hadn't been so busy during the day yesterday, you would have been calmer last night.
I'm sorry, but...
If you really want to make up for your mistakes, Momoka, I have an urgent assignment for you.
Anything.
The television station wants to book you on a show. Take a look.
The Haunted House of Kajimachi? Another one of these shows? Why? And why now of all times would they produce a program that makes Kajimachi look bad?
Then you'd rather take a break?
No, I just...
Momoka, you know that when you don't do what we say, it reflects poorly on you.
But...
Momoka!
Producer, I don't want to die! I've known that place was haunted for forever. A bunch of people died in that house. They say it's somehow connected to the nameless Oni. It was her there on that stage last night.
Momoka, I will take measures to ensure your safety. Mio, back me up here.
Momoka, do not worry. I'll go with you. Mio-san is going too? Yes. Are you strong enough to take down that vicious Oni?
Mio tilts her head and thinks hard for a few seconds. Does she know Hoshiguma? Is she part of the same clan?
Maybe not. I'm doomed! I'm done for!
Nothing in that head of hers. Haruka is a fun character, at least. If we keep walking down Nita Street, we'll soon arrive at Kajimachi. From now on, that will be our place. Our city. Our city? But, Papa, we've been walking down the street and I don't see anything all that different. What do you think, Uncle Tessai? It will become different. It will change. My chair's sinking. A wind carrying a scent, woody or perhaps musty, blows against her face, and somehow, Hoshiguma is compelled to take a deep breath.
The houses are all so old. Does Uncle Tessai still live in the same place?
Yeah, the big house at the end there.
Kinbi, what's the deal with the funeral? Kajimachi looks like it's doing fine.
It's a long story.
What's wrong?
Hoshiguma quickly realizes why Kinbi has fallen silent, and why the expression on his face now carries a touch more respect. Not too far away, there's an old man standing in the road, facing them. The old man's back is slightly hunched, yet somehow as the wind lifts his wide sleeves, he seems to stand a little taller.
Uncle Tessai!
Chairman Desai.
Oh, he's an Oni! Alright.
Kinbi, I told you you're not permitted to set foot in Kajimachi ever again.
The fiddy appears startled. The reverence on his face quickly turns to fear.
I was preoccupied with a certain happy event that happened today. I lost track of my surroundings and accidentally walked into Kajimachi. Damn! She's in cahoots with you. That's what you're happy about. Chairman, I just got her out of the police station is all. The cops started chasing her as soon as she arrived in Mitsukue. She only just slipped out. She's come back here out of genuine concern for her home. If you're unhappy about something, please, take it up with me. Do not blame her.
Somehow I feel like we're kind of being led on.
As for my trespassing into Kajimachi, shall I'll perform a dogeza.
Shall I perform a doge... Yo, Star! Quality assurance, please.
A formal apology on another date, or cut off a finger. Ha! You do any of those things if I asked. Decision is yours. Oyabun! I ran around asking everyone where you were, until I found out you'd come here to Kajimachi. Why did you make the trip out here? That old bastard doesn't have many days left. Why bother coming to this forsaken place? Oyabun? You know I'm your Oyabun. Then do you know who gave this Oyabun the lofty position that he holds today? Alright. This isn't your first offense. Some time ago, Chairman Desai forbade me and my men from ever entering Kajimachi again. This is not the first time you've disobeyed that order, am I right? Well, I wasn't. You were the one who drove those 3 families out of Kajimachi, plus the 2 shops that had shut down, and that was all after Chairman Desai ordered us to stay out of Kajimachi. Isn't that right? You knowingly went against his orders. How should we punish you?
Beads of sweat form on the flustered gangster's forehead. The Oyabun isn't usually like this. He toasts me when I do well and offers gentle encouragement when I fall short. Before he can even finish his thought, he hears a sound. Swish?
Wait!
Hinbi, what are you doing?
Before he can even finish his thought, it's cut short. The gangster's headless body collapses to the ground with a thud. Neither Tasai's iron fan nor Hoshiguma's hanya can match the quick draw of the Phidias longsword.
That was your Kinseki Kai brother! Murdering a member of the family right in front of me. Is this your way of raising a hand against me? But Chairman, you've already given me managerial control of the clan. He ignored warnings, defied the chairman, and refused to change. He should have died long ago. The fact that he lived this long is a failure of my leadership. Well, I brought her here. My work is done. It's time I answered for disobeying Chairman Tasai's orders.
He aims his blood-stained longsword, still unsheathed, at his finger. Before the old man can even speak, the Phidia swings his blade. His left pinky falls to the floor. Brother, who asked you to do any of this?
There. That should atone for my sins, yeah.
I think if you decide your punishment, I don't think you atone for anything if you get to decide what your punishment is. No one says anything. The Phidia slides the blade back into the sheath, bows deeply to Tasai, and gives a small nod to Hoshiguma.
Chairman Tasai, I will now take my leave, so as to not bother you further. Welcome home, Hoshiguma.
So him and his men are at least not welcome in this place. What's it called again? He has managerial control of the clan, but he's not allowed here? In Kajimachi? They force families out. feel like there's a bit of a bit of a power struggle going on here.
I'm going to call the police.
Hoshiguma's voice trails off as she becomes lost in thought, remembering how Kinbi swaggered around the police station. Right. He's immune. Hold up. I don't think the police can touch him. The old man squints his eyes slightly as he glances at Hoshiguma.
It seems you've been getting on well, Lungmen. You've forsaken the life of crime, eh? If you still walk the path, you would remember this. No matter how a man dies, someone always has to clean up. And as long as the cleanup happens, the police won't bother themselves with our messes. You've had a long trip. Let's talk inside.
This is basically Hoshiguma's father. Though she has been away for 20 years, Hoshiguma still pushes open the gate with practiced ease. Just like in Kajimachi, time has not left much of a mark on this place. Hoshiguma immediately spots the little path she used to take, the quickest way across the courtyard. She can't tell whether the koi in the pond have lived all these years or if the owner has quietly replaced them with identical ones.
I'm back. Sit.
Uncle Tasai, did you write me that letter because Kinbi?
I never wrote you a letter.
It wasn't you. When you left
Mitsukuya 20 years ago, I told you we would never again make contact. I intended to honor that promise.
Yeah, I think Kinbi was the one that wrote the letter.
So that letter...
Kinbi forged it. What else could it be?
Why would he do that? You're the chairman of the Kinsekikai. How could you permit such transgression?
Chairman? If that viper didn't keep calling me that, I'd have forgotten I was the chairman of anything. Look, I'm an old man with no real power. Even my last parcel of turf, Kajimachi, is about to be taken from me.
Ah, right. So it is Kinbi.
And Kinbi, he's taken over the Originium crystal business that I built from the ground up. He's taken control of all our operations. He started new ventures like a TV network and even a talent agency, and made them hugely successful.
I mean, it sounds like an honest living, right? Like how Yakuza in modern day Japan have just established legitimate businesses. Well, quote unquote legitimate businesses. Keep up with the times. Which means Mio has connections to the Kinsekikai clan. Assuming Momoka's talent agency is managed by the Kinsekikai.
So he's usurped all Kinsekikai businesses and is now planning to take over Kajimachi.
A radical rebirth and redevelopment plan. That's how he put it, just a month ago. Who's rebirthing what? How are they redeveloping it? Who keeps the proceeds? Ha! These are questions I can ask, of course.
That's why you forbade him and his men from entering Kajimachi. And today we get this grand performance, where he uses his minion's life as a stage prop. No, not as a performance. It was a show of force. He didn't used to be like this.
He was a better actor back then. He tricked me, he tricked you. That's the only possible explanation, no? You didn't realize that finger-chopping bit was all a ploy.
Was that a prop?
A ploy?
A fake finger, surgical reattachment, prosthesis. He's got no shortage of tricks.
He wouldn't even hurt himself. It was just a trick. He had no actual allegiances to Uncle Tesai.
He wasn't atoning for his sins. He was spitting in my face. He was making a mockery of the Kinsekikai, of everything we stand for. I don't know what scheme Kinbi had in bringing you back, but there's only one thing you should do now. Return to Lungmen. Don't ever come back again. He's a rabid tusk beast now.
But what will happen to you?
Me? As long as the Kinsekikai still exist, I'm still their chairman by title. Kinbi wouldn't dare raise a hand against me. At least, not out in the open. That's enough.
I can't just leave.
Then what do you intend to do? Wait until Kinbi has pushed me to the brink, and then end my suffering?
I just don't want any more regrets this time.
So, you regret going to Lungmen?
No. Everything I regret is from my time in Mitsukue. Watching Kinbi cut that man's head off like it was nothing, it sent all kinds of regret bubbling up from my stomach.
Kinbi's men see Kajimachi as nothing more than a pimple at Mitsukue's side. You can't hide their minds about that.
I'm going to do whatever I can.
By the way, amidst our grim conversation, I almost forgot to ask. What happened with Hanya? When Kinbi was here, I took a glance at it. Looks different than it did the day I gave it to you, no?
It's a shield. How much different could it be?
Well, to be honest, a corner got sliced off.
How?
Ask Chen that.
With a sword.
The old man's world-weary gaze suddenly flares with intensity.
Whose sword? What was it made of? How was their sword technique? Did they use any arts?
A good friend of mine back in Lungmen. A colleague.
Explaining it all with words is going to take too long. Give Hanya to me. Let me see it. Huh. Tisk tisk. A cut like this doesn't come from advanced reinforced steel or simple arts alone. Sure, there's always someone stronger out there, but let's not forget, Hanya's no ordinary shield. Chishao.
Oh, he knows.
Uncle Tasai, you can tell just by looking at the cut.
Don't forget, I've been around. Back when I was knocking back drinks with the Yanese trade envoys, the name Chishao came up more than once. For Hanya, being bested by Chishao is no shame at all. At the end of the day, it wasn't sharpness or toughness that turned Chishao and Hanya into legendary weapons.
Hanya is also a legendary weapon like Chishao. Somehow I feel like establishing that kinda means we might see the Hanya eventually along the line in Enfield. Thousands of years later, I don't know. The current Chishao is in the hands of Chen's mother, who is MIA. We don't know where the Hanya is by the time Enfield comes around.
Your mind was weaker than Chishao's wielder. Not by much, but enough to turn the tide of battle. In that case, I guess Kinbi's letter wasn't totally useless. At least it gave Hanya a chance.
Do you want to reforge it?
Of course. You expect me to let you run around Lungmen with this broken shield? Still, I need to think for a bit about how I'll reforge the shield. To give you a sliver of a chance to best Chishao, let me think it over.
The old man who once stared down disaster unblinking now burns with the impatience of youth. He's learned that there's someone stronger out there and he yearns to test his mettle. The old acquaintance's long sword has just shattered any sort of parting sorrow. Yet nostalgia stirs in Hoshiguma all the same.
Ha! Forget it. This isn't something you and I can figure out by sitting here and thinking about it. Give me some time. You've spent all night in the interrogation room. Must be tired.
Great, I got hiccups.
Go to the guest room and get some sleep.
No,
What?
I want to pay my respects to my father first. Father? Hold up. I'm sorry.
He's your biological father. What are you apologizing to me for?
Is that clinic, my old home, still there?
It's there, but no one has lived in it for a decade. I bet it doesn't match. It doesn't much resemble its former self.
Clinic? Hoshiguma's biological dad was a doctor? The abandoned house in the alley at the end of Kajimachi's North Street. Everyone calls it the haunted house. Oh. Wait a minute, they're doing a show here! Momoka's talent agency is gonna do a reality show at their house. That's kinda disrespectful. Okay, Kinby's kind of an asshole, isn't he? After the vicious Oni disappeared, Shimasu, who was the Shate Gashira, moved into the house with his family, but within 3 months he fell ill and passed away. 6 months later, Tsunoguchi, who was then serving as the Waka Gashira Hosa, bought the house. After hiring an omyoji to perform rites for 7 days and nights, he moved in with his new bride. On the 7th night, a patrolman heard wretched wails coming from the haunted house. In a fit of madness, Tsunoguchi took up his family's heirloom blade and killed his wife, and then took his own life. Hold up! There's an evil spirit in Hoshiguma's home? In the years that followed, every soul who deigned to live in the haunted house met a terrible end. Eventually, no one dared go near it again.
Legend has it that the vicious Oni never really disappeared. From time to time, her tortured visage will pop up in the haunted house. And so today... It's too dark in here. I can't see anything.
Great, the two of them are gonna bump into each other. Bro, they're just going into someone else's home and putting up a reality show.
Mio-san, are you there? Whoa! It's a bull top.
Momoka, calm down. The camera on your head is shaking all over the place.
Where did Mio-san go? She said she'd be here with me.
She's feeling under the weather. She called in sick today.
I've known Mio-san for years and I've never seen her get sick. Last winter I watched her eat 20 ice creams with my own eyes. She was completely fine. You're telling me she caught a cold? I don't believe it.
Momoka, we're just trying to add some color here for TV. Work with us, okay? I feel like Mio's just scouring the place because Hoshiguma's coming. This is her home to begin with.
But I just saw that Oni at the stage, and now I'm going to visit her haunted house?
Oh, relax, you're going to be fine.
Alright, I'll do my best. Oh, why are there so many pull tops here? I don't like this. Wait, what's that sound behind me?
Who's there?
The vicious Oni! A ghost!
It's you. What are you doing in my house? Momoka grabs something shaped like a stick from the ground and points it at the shadowy figure. But she quickly realizes that whatever she has picked up will be ineffective against ghosts or a fierce vicious Oni. In a hurry, she shoves the stick thing into her coat and pulls out a box of roasted soybeans.
Vicious Oni! I've got roasted soybeans! If you dare come closer, I'll waste you! Oni wa soto, fuku wa uchi, Oni...
I'm not doing this.
The beans aren't working, but I have some salt here too. Check it out! Salt! The thing you fear, the the most. Well, I guess I'll be going. Sorry for intruding. Sorry for bothering you. Bye-bye, sayonara. Hey, wait a second. No, I don't think I will. My head.
Absolutely nothing going on in her head.
Are you alright?
Momoka, who has just struck her head on something, starts to fall to the ground. However, the ghost's voice jolts her back to her feet.
I'm fine. Sorry for bothering you. I've got kids and my parents, they're so old and to take care of back home. No, Husk is at home, waiting for me to water him. Let me go, I have to take care of him.
In her panic, Momoka lets out a high note she's never hit before in her recording studio. Later that day at the production, as the production team looks at the footage, they are unsure which one of the two, Momoka or Hoshiguma, most resembles a wailing wraith.
What is that thing at my feet?
You're asking me.
No, I didn't ask you. Let me go.
The terrified girl suddenly disappears, kicking up a massive cloud of dust. Perplexed, Hoshiguma leans in for a closer look and finally sees what happened.
She smashed right through the floorboards.
Alright, we got the goofball and the straight man. This is a comedy duo. I'm down with this. AT-2, Tales of the Supernatural. It is an ordinary evening. The video editor is doing overtime as usual. He spots a black shadow in the footage. As he plays it frame by frame, the black shadow slowly approaches with a smile on its face. Hey yo, that's sick character design. Hello?
Hello, madam. I don't think I've seen you in Kajimachi before. What's your name? Do you need something? Some stranger ransacked my house. I need to go clean up. You haven't heard the news. It seems that someone snuck across the northern border into Mitsukue. My name is Tetsuya Sorimachi. I'm a member of the Kinsekikai. Please tell me who you are. I know everyone here in Kajimachi, and I've never seen you before.
Oh, you're new blood. Do you not know the tales of Hoshiguma, the vicious Oni?
Tetsuya. Could it be? No. No way. I'm going home, Tetsuya. Home? Don't be ridiculous. Do you even know the story behind this haunted house? This has been the home of the first chairman of the Kinsekikai in his clinic too. He was the best doctor we ever had. He saved countless lives.
The first chairman of the Kinsekikai. Oh, she is the heiress of the clan, of the Yakuza clan. Okay, so I feel like Kinbei really did drag her out from Lungmen to bring her back here to kill her, just so that there's no one else that could lay claim to inheriting the Kinsekikai.
After he passed away, the house went to his daughter. Are you claiming to be his daughter? Hold on. You're pretty tall. You have a single horn. A look at your hair. Is that really you, Hoshiguma Aniki? Aniki? Tetsuya, you. The haunted house Kaidan is about you? I never died. I never disappeared. I never became a Kaidan. I just went to Lungmen, that is all. Wait, who can verify the truth of what you're saying? Go to Uncle Desai. I have nothing to say to that man. Oh, you're with Kinbei. Then go ask him about it. Don't bother me. I'm going to pay my respects to my father. Come talk to Mifune-san with me. You can return home after we've sorted this out.
Bro, we came him with Kinbei himself. Oh my god, he didn't tell any of his subordinates about this.
I politely refuse.
The young man takes out a wooden bokuto hanging from his waist and points it at Hoshiguma. What are you gonna do with that twig? Upon seeing that his weapon is a blade made of wood, Hoshiguma lets out a sigh of relief. She sets down Hanya and faces Tetsuya barehanded.
Have we met? Never. Do you really think you could beat me with that Bokuto? I've heard the story of the Ao Oni of Kinsekikai before.
The Blue Oni. Wait a minute. No, I just had a thought. If they're referring to Hoshiguma as a Blue Oni, would there be a Red Oni in this story? But also she's green, but also blue and green Oni. If you know, you know.
So you.
Ah, it's Kichise.
Tetsuya, you're picking another fight? Last time you provoked someone, it almost became an actual sword fight. Haven't you learned your lesson?
This is none of your business, Kichise. Mifune told me to watch out for strangers. I need to take this woman to see him.
This woman? Who do you think you're talking to?
She doesn't look like an easy mark to me. Why are you picking fights with ghosts?
You know her.
She popped up yesterday on stage during the concert and nearly scared Momoko half to death.
She's really a ghost.
No, what kind of ghost runs from and then gets caught by the cops? Did you somehow break out of jail or were the cops unable to hold you?
They let me go. Thank you very much.
Boring. Calm down, Tetsuya. Don't always take Mifune as a supreme authority. I know you hate your father and don't want to go home, but at least try to carry yourself with a bit of decency. Or else all Kajimachi is gonna treat you like a plague.
Father? Wait.
Kichise. So Uncle Desai remarried? And he gave you the same name as his first son.
Oh! He's Desai's son. But he works for... Well, he is the current acting authority of the Oh, that's complicated.
He treats you and your mother poorly. Before, when we used to fight, I would ask him why he married my mother. His first wife and son were killed along with your father. Then the girl he had raised like his own daughter suddenly went missing. He was supposed to die alone, so why did he have to drag my mom into this? Why did he have to ruin our lives too?
Hoshiguma stares at the young man, who is staring back at her through his mask. She realizes that he is not looking at her like an enemy.
What are you sighing about?
Nothing. I'm just tired.
Don't lie to me.
The young man adopts a fighting stance and attempts to close in on Hoshiguma at a tricky angle.
Hey! What kind of empty-hand disarm technique is this?
You read too many mangas. This is the most basic of basic grappling techniques. Did you settle down yet?
The young man doesn't answer, even though she's peering through a mask. Hoshiguma can clearly see that the young man looks a bit depressed.
You were all fired up just a moment ago. No need to give up so quickly. If your skills aren't up to par, just train harder.
Who says I'm giving up? How can you tell I'm... Forget it.
So what really happened between you and Uncle Desai?
You can't ask me that question, Hoshiguma Aniki.
The young man hooks the Bokuto back to his waist. He wants to wave goodbye, but he can't bring himself to do so. After standing there for a moment, he gives Hoshiguma a stiff nod and limps off towards the outskirts of town.
Go-san!
My name is Hoshiguma.
Hoshiguma, Tetsuya may be stupid, but he's not evil. He only started working for Mifune because he had a falling out with old man Desai. Lately, rumors have been flying about someone from the northern court sneaking into Mitsukue. Mifune probably decided he was too annoying and sent him to wander the city. Telling him to go catch the northern spy, and he actually took it seriously. This morning, Kinbi killed one of his minions here in Kajimachi for the crime of trespassing. Tetsuya's Uncle Tesai's son. I hope Kinbi doesn't lop off his head too. You look awfully young, Kichise. What brings you to Kajimachi? I inherited my grandmother's shop, the Lucky Star. Old man Tesai's pachinko parlor is under it, so I help him mind the shop too. You can handle 2 jobs at the same time like that? Ever since that bastard Mifune announced that he was gonna redevelop Kajimachi, no one really comes by anymore. So I have plenty of free time.
What do the residents think of the redevelopment plan?
Mifune doesn't really give two shits about what the locals think. These people don't usually mind trespassing into Kajimachi. Some people come to stir up trouble, while others come to drive people out. We're powerless to stop them. Even Old Man Desai can't keep them in check. The old man's only been able to hold them off because he's got the deed to Kajimachi and is still the titular head of the Kinsekikai. Otherwise, Mifune would have taken it long ago.
Thanks for sharing all that.
No need to thank me. If you end up moving back here, we'll be neighbors. Good neighbors help each other out. By the way, what were you calling Mifune? Kinbi?
That was his name before he hit it big.
Oh, okay then. That's what I'll call him from now on too.
That might be a bad idea.
Oh, but Hoshiguma-san, I really want to know more about you. Is the Kaidan legend true? Did you really hunt and kill on a mission of vengeance 20 years ago?
Sorry, I don't have time to talk about that right now. I got a lot to do.
Sure, whatever. You go do your thing. I'll be right here in the pachinko parlor. Come find me if you have time. Oh, by the way, I'm heading to the shrine to pray for Momoka tomorrow. Then there's a fireworks festival the day after that. So don't come either on those 2 days. I'll be out.
Fireworks festival? I guess it is fireworks season.
Momoka sits in a cramped little room, in front of a plant that doesn't look particularly healthy.
It looks like a few more of your leaves have gone yellow. Well, at least you have a few new leaves to balance those out. There's not enough sunlight in this room. Your stem keeps bending towards the window. Please don't die, Hasuke.
Next to the plant, there's a whole row of baffling objects arranged from right to left. An empty water tank, a few flower pots filled with soil but no plants, a climbing frame for cloud beasts, and in the middle, a tiny electronic terminal so small that its purpose is indiscernible. And on the far left, there is a tightly sealed gym bag. There's no way to tell what's inside. As Momoka reaches for the watering can, the phone rings.
Mio-san?
Is this Momoka?
Producer!
Momoka, the TV station's ratings are through the roof! All thanks to your visit to that haunted house. Why aren't you the least bit excited? Have you not watched it yet, or...?
I was scared of that ghost thing before I ever agreed to do it. I hope I never see it again, that ghost.
The ghost didn't touch you. Every major station is broadcasting your new show right now, and the forums are in full discussion about the Oni. Some have even created dedicated threads to revisit your past episodes. I was actually worried about your career trajectory for a while, but now I can finally relax. You're practically guaranteed to become the Southern Court's Kaidan Queen.
But...
Alright, well, the advertisers are blowing up my phone with endorsement offers for you. I'd better go take some calls. Momoka, dejected, looks back at her room. She fixes her gaze on the television. Kajimachi is haunted! There are narrow old alleys, run-down shopping streets, and streetlights no one's even bothered to repair.
Oh no.
Press his channel button to change the channel. The vicious Oni has returned! All because of the countless wrongful deaths in Kajimachi. I feel like this is just agitative propaganda. To get people along the lines of, hey, maybe we should redevelop Kajimachi. Maybe it's a bad place that needs refurbishing. Kick all the locals out. It's a haunted place. So many people died there. With no one daring to even set foot in Kajimachi, what future lies ahead for the neighborhood? Popular entertainer Momoka faces life-threatening danger in Kajimachi. Local businessman Mifune-san speaks out. I mean, if these TV stations are owned by Mifune, This is just part of the plan.
On behalf of the Kinseki group, I vow that we will fix Kajimachi's problem at their core. We will redevelop them!
Yeah, this is all part of the plan. They're manufacturing consent.
Why did it blow up like this? Usually people watch the show, laugh a little, and move on. Why did this episode provoke such a reaction? I promised Kichisei I'd do my part for Kajimachi, but if things keep going like this...
She was used as a pawn. This is all part of the plan to begin with. I bet the Kikusei group also stirred up those threads on the internet. The Infracity net.
What do I do now?
Momoka takes a look at the forums. She doesn't even need to scroll to see her name. Every thread is about her.
No, I'm the cause of all this. I need to respond positively. Will you support me, Hasuke?
Hasuke says nothing, for it is a plant.
Hello everyone, I'm Momoka Hanyu. I have an announcement to make regarding that TV show I did in Kajimachi. You all know that I filmed my first movie in Kajimachi. There was a time when a lot of people who lived there walked the path of the Yakuza, so disputes break out from time to time. Now there are fewer and fewer people there. There's just few quiet old streets. It's not a scary place at all. And post. Interacting with fans is usually so easy. Why am I nervous this time?
I think you're gonna need a ukulele apology.
I hope I can help Kichisei and Kajimachi. Let's just put the Kaidan Queen stuff aside for now. Look at how many likes it's getting. Huh? What happened? Why did it get grayed out?
The phone rings again. Uh-oh, it's producer-san.
Who could it be?
She runs to the phone and picks up the receiver.
Hello?
Oh, it's Mio.
Hello? Momoka?
It's clearly Mio's voice on the other end. Mio, who is usually cold, sounds like she's struggling to keep her emotions in check. Before Momoka can even respond, someone else comes on the line. Ahoka, stupid girl! Have you lost your mind? What are you doing posting like that? We've already locked the post. It's bad for us to delete it here from the system. You have to delete it yourself now! Great.
That's all I have for now.
All you have is a giant mountain! If I'd shown up a little earlier and filmed you cleaning out the haunted house and posted it to the Intercity net, who knows, maybe it would have gone viral. Could have made a bit of cash. Now my shift's over. And you bring a heaping pile of garbage over.
This is just the trash from the first floor in the courtyard. There's more on the second floor and in the basement.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, please take my money. Otsukare-sama desu.
Alright, fine. Wait, a Koban coin?
You don't use Kobans anymore? Or you can't make change?
How long have you been away? We switched to paper currency ages ago. Actually, I've heard that Mitsuku and Kusarikawa want to eliminate cash altogether. That Koban must be worth around 4,000 mon. I can't make change for it, and even if I could, I wouldn't dare accept it as payment. Who knows if it's even real? Here's your money. Oh, Tesai Oyabun. Arigato gozaimasu. I'll have someone haul this away then. The recycler pulls out his terminal and begins dispatching vehicles and personnel while Tesai and Hoshiguma remain standing by the trash heap. Neither of them appear ready to leave. The evening air is thick and humid. As Hoshiguma looks at the trash heap, her thoughts return to Lungmin. If it was Missy standing here with me, she would have already dragged me back to her place by now, she thinks. Words are hard. And if it was Chen, she would have rolled up her sleeves without saying a word and started hauling trash from the basement and the second floor. If it was Lin Gray or his daughter, I mean, they would never even have let me let the house become haunted in the first place. The old man beside her remains silent. Garbage truck arrives, gets loaded up with trash, then rumbles away.
Did you find any of your father's things while cleaning out the house?
I searched the whole first floor but didn't find anything. Uncle Tasai, I just ran into a young man named Tetsuya.
Come stay with me. This place is too messy. It'll take days for you to clean up.
That's okay. I'd rather stay here in my own home.
Fair enough. I'll go and get you some clean sheets.
Otsukare, Uncle Tasai.
As Tasai slowly walks away, Hoshiguma turns her gaze to the empty backyard. When her father died, Nitsukue still hadn't completely recovered from the chaos of the Blood Peak campaign. In accordance with the old customs, she had her father cremated. She buried his ashes in the backyard. Also, she erected a marker, made of finest wood, and implored Tasai to carve the inscription. When she came to clean out the backyard all these years later, she found the wooden marker was still standing firm, even amidst all the garbage. She's been so busy cleaning up that she hasn't had the time to tend to the grave yet.
Aooni-san. You're Aooni-san, aren't you? Hey, everybody, come here! We've got footage of this! It's a huge discovery! The Aooni from the Kaidan is here in Kajimachi! We come to you this evening from Kajimachi Mitsukue with an amazing discovery! The Aooni! After 20 years, the legendary Aooni of Kinseki Kai has returned. We caught a glimpse of her yesterday at the concert of Nita Street, and now she stands here before us. Is she a master mimic? A ghost wandering this mortal coil? A cold-blooded killer who's been silently stalking Mitsukue for 20 years, leaving a trail of bodies in her wake? She doesn't look like a ghost. Ghosts don't usually have physical bodies or cast shadows. Look! The Aooni standing before us is casting a shadow! Hello! I'm Komatsu from Kinseki Channel. Where's your unicycle? Unicycle?!
My what?
Many people think the Aooni is somehow related to the one you do.
One Yudo. Is that the yokai? The unicycle yokai?
A bunch of Oni's victims met...
No, not unicycle. The one that's a big flaming wheel.
A bunch of the Oni's victims met considerable misfortune right after spotting that fiery wheel, I think.
Yeah, it's the fiery wheel. Fiery wheel? Oh, they're talking about her shield. The Hanya. They think it's a unicycle? Before the reporter finishes speaking, Hoshiguma turns around and begins walking towards the house, only to bump into another hurried reporter. More and more reporters gather around like orginium slugs that have smelled leftover food in the sewer. She's here! It's the Aooni! It's really her!
Aooni-san, my name is Urakami. May I ask why you've returned to reveal yourself again after 20 years? Is it because all your grudges have finally been settled? Did you have anything to do with Momoka's show going viral?
Get out of my way.
Aooni-san, I just want to ask you a few questions. Ugh! You're actually striking people! Kajimachi is still my private domain. You have trespassed. Have you thought about how you might make amends to the Kinseki Kai?
Tesai! This old man is stubborn and mean and he'll really throw hands. Let's get out of here. No need to go head-to-head with him.
What was a gaggle of reporters quickly scatters.
These vultures catch a whiff of news and they come swarming back in the blink of an eye. Kaidan? What Kaidan? People living in this house had a run of bad luck, and somehow that got tied to you, and then evolved into a Kaidan. Ridiculous.
Kaidan? Kaidan?
I've got your sheets, your drink.
Drink?
It's so late that even the street peddlers have left for the night. You're going to pay your respects to your father. How can you do that without any sake for him?
Arigato. Will you come with me, Uncle Tasai?
Ah, you go by yourself. You're his only daughter. I haven't taken good enough care of you. I can't show him my face yet. If I can reforge Hanya, that will be how I make it up to him.
Well, well, well. The Owl Oni has returned.
Who's there? Is that a car horn? Am I dreaming? Still asleep?
What? An actual unicycle? What? Huh? Under the bright moonlight, there's a unicycle. With all the garbage cleared away, it stands there, in clear view. It's leaning to one side, not propped up against anything, yet it doesn't fall over.
Did I have too much of a drink? How can that be? I only had half a bottle of sake.
Stranger still, she sees a tiny helmet suspended in the air above the unicycle. If an invisible person were riding that unicycle, the helmet looks like it would be in the perfect size for them. But since Hoshiguma sees no invisible rider to her eyes, the helmet is simply floating in midair. Actual yokai?
Is it a bug planted by the police? Or one of Kinbei's tricks? Or is it Uncle Tasai's doing? Was it created by some arts?
Many people think the Aoni is somehow related to the one Yudo. A bunch of Oni's victims met considerable misfortune right after spotting that fiery wheel, I think. Wait, they were talking about the shield? They were actually talking about a unicycle?
The Kaidan is real. Well, in any case, I'd better go take a look.
Nyom! As Hoshiguma bends down to examine it, the unicycle's pedals start spinning. And the unicycle, with its helmet, shoots off.
Wait, stop right there!
Nyom! The unicycle speeds ahead, with Hoshiguma chasing it. Hoshiguma can clearly see that the spinning pedals are propelling the unicycle forward, and the tiny helmet is moving up and down in rhythm. Okay, is this a beast lord? Why does it seem like an invisible person is riding the unicycle? When the vehicle turns, its pedals scrape the ground, causing a few sparks. Maybe it's a manticore. Maybe it's arts. But this unicycle thing has been around for like 10 years in this house. Hold up. Momoka's body goes limp as she falls onto her tatami mat.
I can't sleep a wink. Maybe I should go to the agency tomorrow morning. First, I need to apologize properly and really mean it. If that's not enough, I can take some extra work. Then Mio-san will forgive me. Ah! Is that a clock? I think I'll sleep with the lights and TV on.
Momoka kneels down in front of the TV and turns it on. An advertisement? Fuck. Words are hard. Advertisement. Loud and exaggerated and contrived, yet as reassuring as Mitsuku itself, begins to sound. What is this, midnight hour?
I guess I'll go to sleep then.
Peace of mind and financial security, Mitsuku Life Insurance Company. Konbanwa. This is the Kinseki Channel Nightly News. The time is now 1:30 a.m. It's almost time for witching hour, when the ghosts are most active. Wait, no, this is Momoka.
It's almost time for witching hour, when the ghosts are most active.
The plan formed with the Northern Court was thwarted. Heavy rain beats down on Isazaki. Damage to the agricultural plate remains under control. Now let's turn to the Mitsuku entertainment industry, which is turning some heads.
What happened? An earthquake? A catastrophe?
Emergency. This is not a drill. We are under attack by the Northern Court. Repeat, we are under attack by the Northern Court. Northern Court? So there's a Northern and Southern Court here. At least on this mobile city. For your own safety, please follow these instructions.
The Northern Court? How can that be? What's really going on here?
Maybe it's just a ploy. Momoka! Momoka! Momoka!
What's going on?
That's a recording of my concert? It's our song playing. Wait a minute. Hold up. Something's happening. I don't... Is this again jutsu? Or as the kids say... Fuck. I already forgot what they called in Jujutsu Kaisen. Fuck up. Bro, I'm such an unk. I still call it again jutsu. Something domain. Gaze into your... If you're inside, close all doors and windows. What is going on? Is this the unicycle doing this? Gaze into your... Ah! Omaka jumps up from the tatami mat with a start. The thing that has just appeared on the screen is simply too bizarre. She flings whatever is in her hands at the TV in a panic. She hasn't touched the remote at all, but the TV starts to flick through the channels by itself. And now, finally, we welcome you to the Midnight Heartbeat Cloud Beast Bar on Nita Street. Mifune Credit Bank. Chairman, give me another chance?
That voice.
A familiar female voice emanates from the TV. The fear in Momoka's heart slowly eases and she peeks out from behind the giant pillow in an attempt to see the screen more clearly. What is this Persona 4 ass bullshit? Hello? Somewhat familiar male voice. Wait a minute. That's Mifune. And Mio.
We are at a crucial crossroads.
I understand. However, we do not have any evidence of her meeting Tasai in private. Mio-san? And Mifune, the chairman of the group? Why is that playing on TV? A recording? Or a live stream?
Momoka rubs her eyes.
Mio, she's out of control. Even if this wasn't on Tasai's orders, if it happened once, it'll happen again. So do what you did before. Make her vanish, quietly, without a trace.
Mifune-san, now is not the right time.
You're still pleading for mercy on her behalf?
If she were to suddenly disappear now, we'd have to pour much more effort into controlling the media narrative, which might derail your plan.
Wait, they're planning to make her disappear? Just because she made a post on the internet defending the neighborhood? If you go against the Yakuza, they just make you disappear just like that. She's a famous idol!
Must you always wear that pitiful expression? Since you have a soft spot for her, fine. Just find any excuse to terminate the contract and force her into retirement. Alright, find a way to get her infected with neuropathy.
Hey, yo!
Mifune-san,
You have two paths to choose from. Take your pick. Don't forget, out of a house full of trash, she just had to pick up that broken blade. We searched everywhere and couldn't find it, so we had no choice but to hastily forge a fake one.
Broken blade? Did she pick up something in Hoshiguma's house?
Even if she didn't do it intentionally, that changed everything.
Right. Broken blade?
Neuropathy? Mifune-san is telling Mio to... Who does he want to infect with neuropathy? What was that business about a broken blade? I picked up a broken blade in a house full of garbage.
After falling out of a haunted house, Momoka quickly changed outfits, wrapping her dirty clothes into a bundle and left the filming location. The stick was almost likely wrapped up in the bundle of dirty clothes. Oh, it was a katana. It wasn't a stick. She took Hoshiguma's father's blade. Maybe that's the cursed item that was carrying and causing all the deaths in Hoshiguma's house. When Momoka stands up to go to the entrance, she takes the stick-like thing out of her dirty clothes. And the stick is indeed a broken blade. Changed everything. This broken blade changed everything. Every instinct tells her to hurl the blade out the window as far as she can, but she knows it will only make things worse.
I'd better hold on to it. If there's someone out there who wants it, I can always return it. Or at least...
Well, she just got dragged into this situation. We need someone to protect her. Please, Hoshiguma. She's just out there chasing a unicycle. She can't tell if it was because she picked up the blade in the haunted house or because of what Mifune said on the TV, but a shiver crawls up her spine and all the way up to the top of her head. She turns the desk lamp on and off, and then on again and off again. With the light on, she's afraid someone will see her shadow in the window. With the light off, she's afraid some intruder will burst in under cover of darkness.
They're talking about how they'll get rid of me? Just because of what I posted online? Just because I picked up a broken blade? Am I gonna get disappeared? Infected with oripathy? No, wait. I must have it wrong. They didn't even mention my name.
Uh-oh. Suddenly, she hears footsteps coming from downstairs. They sound familiar, steady and fast. It's Mio! She's coming to kill her. All of this has pushed Momoka to her breaking point. She can guess who is coming, but with every footstep, she backs a little further away. All the way to the window.
Momoka? I figured you were sleeping, so I just let myself in. But you always knock 3 times first. The one you're going to dispose of is not me, is it? Dispose of you? Momoka, you. The person you were talking about murdering or infecting with oripathy, it's not me, right? Mio-san, I have no idea why, but just now my TV turned itself into a weird channel and broadcast a conversation you had with Mifune-san about getting rid of someone. All I know is that our agency is a part of the Kinseki Group, and the Kinseki Group and the Kinseki Kai's finances are linked. I thought there wasn't any more to that than...
Great.
So, you weren't talking about me, right? Momoka, come with me. There's still a way out of this. So, you were talking about me!
I think she should jump out the window. Okay, that's scary as hell. Ain't no way we're gonna take her hand. She's gonna die.
I need to clean up here. I still have so much cleaning to do. I'm going to close the door now. You wait outside for me, okay?
She may have said she was going to close the door, but Momoka is too afraid to even take a step forward. Mio remains standing in the doorway.
I'm going to help you. No, you don't need to help me. I'll take care of it myself.
Why are we getting closer? Hoshiguma, save us. Hoshiguma, save us!
I'm going to help you. Mio-san, don't. I'm going to help you, Momoka.
She says that same line for the 3rd time with the same blank expression on her face. In that instant, her very presence, once warm and familiar, becomes terrifying. Momoka takes a few breaths, and to her amazement, finds herself opening the window and jumping off the 2nd floor.
Excuse me, sir. A unicycle passed by your shop just now. Did you happen to see which way it was going?
A unicycle? I didn't see a unicycle. Besides, Nita Street is just up ahead. It's jam-packed with people. There's no way anyone would be riding a bike in that direction. It's not a normal unicycle. It's a small... Small? How small? Very small. It zooms by fast. It's a blur. There's a little helmet floating in midair above the unicycle as well. Wait, isn't this the Oden Yatai that I was at last night? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Toru Moriuchi. Are you sure you're chasing a unicycle with a small helmet floating midair above it? I sure am. That's not good. The unicycle you were chasing is known as the Weirdo. They say it often appears together with the Ao-Oni of the haunted house. Some even believe they're actually one entity. You know a lot about Kaidan? There is no one on this whole street that knows Kaidan better than I do. And that's not just a boast. It's true. Why? I'm looking for someone. Well, I hope you're not looking for some Ao-Oni from 20 years ago. Ha! Of course not. I'm looking for Kami-sama. God.
Alright. Mio chasing after Momoka to dispose of her. Hoshiguma chasing a yokai through the streets and meeting up with Toru. AT-3. Notice. Nighttime runaway. Rubble starts to move itself in a noisy street, revealing a black hole in the sidewalk, waiting for a fugitive to leap in.
Kami? Yeah, I think all the funny stuff going around the Mitsukue has been tricks played by these Kami-sama. And I'm looking forward for one of the many out there.
Kami. I don't think he's referring to Fahrenheit. Maybe he might be referring to Beast Lords, though.
You don't believe me? Oni are more familiar into monastery stuff. Besides, I'm finding it hard to guess what sort of Kami-sama would be so bored as to hop on a unicycle and curse my house. Sounds like most other Oni I know. Why are you looking for this Kami-sama? Do you think one of them's cursed you? The opposite, actually. Did me assaulted once. But one day it just vanished. Could it be the Weirdo? Maybe. Can't say for sure. After all, I can't tell what that unicycling Kami-sama looks like. So mind doing me a favor. If you see the Weirdo, or are even lucky enough to see its actual form, help me check if it looks like this.
Moriuchi pulls out a ring of keys from his pocket with a tiny keychain attached.
A Maneki Neko. Isn't that a mascot Higashini's feline created based on feline beast stewards?
Oh. Maneki Neko. Is it the same as a Bakeneko, which is a two-tailed cat? The only two-tailed cat beast lord that we know is Miss Christine. Is he referring to Miss Christine? There's another beast lord cat, though, that we haven't officially met in any main story, which is one of Moose's cats, which is secretly a beast lord.
The Kami-sama I met practically looks the same, apart from the size difference.
There's also that other cat beast lord, which is currently hanging out with Titi. And they're on their way to Minos.
Hoshiguma-san, since you're no ghost, then I'd wager you're after this Weirdo to figure out what's up with your house, yeah?
Did we ever tell him our name? I don't think we ever told him our name.
Taisho, I never introduced myself to you. Are you one of the Kinseki Kai? Nah, why would anyone from the Kinseki Kai set up a yatai here? An informant for the cops then? Rather throw my life away. An information broker.
Does not nod or shake head. With this man's...
I mean, what kind of intel guy would admit he's in the business? What if you're in the business? Then I don't think it's fair for you to ask me to help without offering anything in return. What sort of reward would you like, Hoshiguma-san? If it's information, I can tell you all you know. Don't worry about it. We can come back to that once I figure out what kind of information I'm after. Anything that would cost you your life is if you talked about it. Best to let me know beforehand. Last-minute confessions won't get you any help from me. No. If you really manage to find me a useful clue or two, nothing's off the table. Deal? Deal. Alright. So where should I go looking for that one Yudo? A shrine? Don't forget, the city under us isn't called Nanin Anzai Mitsukue Oyashiro for nothing. This is the Southern Court's de facto capital, Mitsukue Grand Shrine. You can't possibly want me to go on a whole pilgrimage route. Southern Court and Northern Court. Of course not. Do you know where the place locals call Kizuna Jinja, the Shrine of Bonds? Heard about it? Heard a bit about that one. Though if you know exactly which one to go to, why haven't you gone yourself? Kamigami are fickle beings. They'll willingly appear before some but won't grace others no matter what. And you're part of that other group. Seems so, ever since that Kami left me.
Meanwhile,
Taisho! My scooter's all busted. Help me fix it before the guys chasing me catch up. Why are you here?
Still think I'm a ghost, huh?
Wait, so you're not?
Momoka, what's with the panic?
I'm being chased. I rode my scooter here and shook them off, but it broke down. Could you get it running again?
Who's after you?
It's Mio-san.
Mio? Then you'd be good and follow her home. Overstep your calorie count again.
No, she wants to get rid of me. My TV suddenly freaked out and started broadcasting scary stuff. She was talking to Mifune-san. They said death or oripathy. Askete!
Omaka starts to babble incoherently. Moriuchi has no time to react before Hoshiguma walks over to the scooter.
Death or oripathy? Momoka-san, did you offend them somehow?
All I did was post one message. I wasn't planning anything or scheming with Desai. Nuh-uh.
Scheming with Desai? Let's see if this ride's fixable. Why don't you go after the one Yudo first? Playing dumb, information broker-san. This is my second time scaring Momoka-san here. She's in a pinch right now, so I should do what I can to even the score. Momoka-san, I promise you as long as I'm here, nothing will happen to you.
Thank you! Someone's coming from Nita Street. Are they after me?
Kinseki Kai outfits. Seem to be the case.
Taisho, Go-san, save me!
Go-san? Me?
Sorry, I still don't know your name.
That aside, your ride's back in action. Hop on, and leave the rest to me.
Go-san!
Oh, so here you are, Momochi. Be a good girl and come on home with us, yeah? Play nice and we won't hurt you.
Where's Mio-san? I want to talk to her.
What you trying to do, huh? Negotiate with us? For real, just be good and come on back with us. We'll forget everything that happened today. Keep running and I can't say for sure that your pretty face won't have some new scars by the time we're done playing hide and seek. Better worry about yourselves first. And just who do you think you are? Go, Momoka. I'll handle them.
I can't leave you here all by yourself.
Then keep the backseat empty for me. Ah! I don't care who you are or the bluff you're trying to pull, Nezeru. Start the engine. Don't you think you're getting away?
Momoka revs the engine and the one-horned Oni jumps onto the scooter's back seat as the Yakuza's weapon swings through the air.
Fire! Fire! Fill that pesky Oni and her ride with holes!
What do we do?
Just keep riding as fast as you can. Leave everything else to me.
Momoka is unable to take in her words. She was already hyperventilating before, and her fear turns her into a sobbing mess. But through her tears, she realizes the lack of crossbow bolts flying past her. She hears only the sound of metal crashing into metal behind her, and the dull thump of bodies hitting something. She does not know what's going on behind, and she can't let go of her worries. Sure, she can only cry as she turns her head around. Bolts, daggers, and desperate punks all slamming into Go-san's shield. The shield stands only half a person's height, but in the single-horned Oni's hands, it is practically a wall behind her scooter.
I'm gonna turn!
Don't worry about me. You'd ridden this fast before.
Only when filming. I don't have a choice anyway.
What did they teach you when you were filming?
Counter steer. Then lean in.
Yeah, just do that.
Momoka wails even louder. She imagines failing to pull off a counter steer. She can already picture a scenario in her head where she pushes too hard, sending Go-san and herself flying straight into the Yakuza's hands.
Whatever.
Sparks fly from the vehicle, but it still manages a thrilling turn around the corner. Now going straight, Momoka bites her lip and grips the throttle tightly. The tremendous velocity even blows her tears off her face into the breeze. The clamor of their pursuers gradually fades away.
Where are you going? I'll make sure you get there safe and sound before I head over to the shrine to help Taisho out.
Did Moriyuchi-san ask you to do something?
To chase a kaidan I saw with my own eyes. A unicycle ridden by an invisible being told me to look for it at the shrine. It appeared next to me in the middle of the night, and I chased it all the way to his yatai before you came to us.
In the middle of the night? Kaidan?
Scared? Then let's split up.
No, I'll go with you. I can't go home anymore, much less the agency. There's nowhere else for me to go. I can't go with you?
You can, but keep your voice down or you'll draw those guys again. Done with all your screaming now? Does your throat hurt?
Not at all. I've had vocal training, you know. Even when I'm not on stage, I do as I'm taught to prevent damage to my vocal cords.
That's so.
This too is Yuri. She can hide out at Uncle Tasai's place. They don't dare to go against Uncle Tasai.
You're back. Just doing a bit of work. Brought something back here. Did Kinbi ask you to send me something again? I won't be able to use it, so go back and leave me to my work. Hoshiguma's shield. Tanya, right? You met her. Even if I didn't, I've heard enough of her from you over the past few years. Take that strange mask off your face. Why do you care what I wear? Did Kinbi tell you to put that on when you went over to his place? I said you were too honest with your emotions and lacked the composure of a leader. All you did was throwing tantrums at home and scratching the shoji screen doors with your worthless Bakuto. He tells you to hide your emotions and you put on this like a good boy. Do you even know what could be hiding inside that mask? I don't care if it's rigged with bombs or blows up my face one day. It's none of your business. Oh my. Leave. I want you and your lousy mask out of my sight. Leave? Me? What about my mother? What about her? Today's the day she died, Chairman Desai. Today. You forgot everything. All you think about is your reopened forge. That's no excuse for you to hang out with that Viper Kinby. Viper? How did Kasan die again? What did she do when she died? What did you do? If he's a Viper, what does that make you? Shut up! What are Kasan and I to your Kinseki Kai? Forget it. There's nothing for us to discuss. I'm going to pay my respects to her. Don't get in my way. What? What is it?
A bomb? No, it's the TV.
Mifune-san? Showing up on the TV after all these years?
What is this midnight channel type bullshit? Who's showing us these screens? At 1:30 a.m.
That was a fun pachinko sesh. Tomorrow I gotta run over to the shrine, so today, up the stairs to my room and it's time to catch some Z's.
Oh my god, she got fangs. Kichise, my love. Holy. Why are you a 5-star, dog? That's a design wasted on a 5-star.
I lost 7,500 mon today. That means for the rest of the month I still have... barely enough to get by. Alright, well I should have asked Old Man Desai for my pay for looking after the parlor. As long as I don't think about how much I've lost, pachinko is always a fun time.
Famous words of every gacha gamer.
Face wash done, TV's on, terminal charging. Huh? Newsjacking? What's going on? Wait, why is he...
Kichise jumps out of her futon and stares at the screen in shock.
Kinby?
Wait, you mean everyone watching the TV right now sees this? Wait, what are we doing in Rhodes Island? Wait a minute. Well, this is the background that they use for the Rhodes Island servers. So this must be a server room, probably at the TV station.
Logs, cache, hardware traces, all traces clean. From terminal placements to signal hijacking and the aftermath. The whole process took about 2 hours? Everything that had to be verified is done. The broadcast, linking to live monitors, live subtitles, all okay. There were minor glitches from the signal fluctuations, but they weren't anything unmanageable. A little workaround here and there, and it would be all good to go next time. Kanpeki. I'm so tired, I want to sleep. Locking in for 2 hours straight is my limit. I'm so sleepy. No, I can't sleep here. Even a Kinseki channel employee taking a nap in here would be pretty suspicious. Have to go back to that cramped and lousy office. Huh? An interim broadcast. Uh-oh, I gotta hide.
Yes, I'm here. Let me test the machine. What? No, I'm the only one here. Right, yes. All set in place. Broadcast can start at any time.
Wait, no, she wasn't the one that broadcast it. Someone else did. And how did they get that footage? Which means anyone watching at that time would have seen Mifune and Mio plotting murder.
Mio-san, what a rare sight. I recommend the chikua, but the bird and bee's tendons and fowl bee's eggs are must-tries too. If you fancy something lighter, may I suggest our daikon or konbu nuts? Don't play dumb, Moriuchi. Where's Momoka and the Aooni? How would I know? Just give me a number. The Kinseki Kai can afford it.
Holy shit.
I only sell Odin here. How could I possibly know where my customers go after filling their bellies?
An appropriate pushback is understandable, but an excessive defiance means refusal to cooperate.
No, I would never. I don't get it is all. She's just a showgirl at your mercy, without any kin in the city. Where could she possibly run off to? What harm could she do to your Kinseki Kai?
Are you trying to pull information out of me?
I wouldn't dare. Mio-san, I'm sure you've known her for a long time, even longer than I've known her. She's got to know me because my Odin's yummy, and I know all about the Kaidan in the city. I only offered a few comforting words, and to be honest, we're not that close at all. But I could tell. She's just a lost little lass being pushed around with no bad intentions. I'm sure you've spent way more time with her, so what say you?
I see you're insisting on your silence.
Come on, let's not put it that way. How about helping me leave a good review for the spot? Something about this place being a rare gem and a great bang for your buck. Why not have some Odin to appease your hunger and mood?
Chikuwa, tendon, egg, daikon, konbunat. One of each.
Mio-san, are you?
So you had no intention of giving me a free meal? I see how it is. Fine for Momoka, but not for me.
What? No! I just thought you'd never allow me the honor of serving you my humble cooking. Here you go.
Itadakimasu. She claps her hands and dips her head before her meal and then takes the chikuwa from the paper cup for a nibble. It's hot. The noise echoing down Nita Street suddenly dips in volume. Pedestrians fall silent at the exact same moment, like foul bees on a single tree suddenly stopping their chirping. But the silence only lasts a few seconds before a uniform voice booms from every television screen on the street.
Good evening, citizens of Mitsukue. I'm terribly sorry for taking up your time. I, Kohei Mifune, have news to break to you all. When's the last time...
Wait, Moriyuchi.
When's the last time your boss showed his face on a program?
More than a decade ago.
The singer and actress Momoka Hanyu is currently missing. I repeat, the whereabouts of popular singer and actress Momoka Hanyu, who has a long-term contract with her company, are currently unknown.
Ah, great. They're gonna get the populace to try to look for her.
According to reliable sources, Momoka-san's disappearance is closely linked to the Kaidan tales circulating in the city. We are still verifying how they are related to the situation, but we are certain of one thing. At the core of this strange incident is...
Hoshiguma?
The Ao Oni of Kinseki Kai. The single-horned Oni, among many other nicknames. A female Oni with one horn, long green hair, and of tall, sturdy build, said to carry a large triangular shield. She vanished 2 decades ago, spawning the myth that she was haunting the city as a vengeful spirit late at night, killing anyone who'd been connected with her. Many attendees report seeing this individual at Momoka-san's concert. As for whether she's truly a living being, a pretender, or a genuine ghost, we are as yet uncertain.
Bullshit! You're the one that invited her back to the city.
As the man responsible for the company Momoka-san is contracted to, I make a sincere appeal for the general public to contact us with any clues. You will be rewarded handsomely. I'm sure Momoka-san also harbors hope that you will help her out in her plight.
Well, that's a load of bullshit.
Just for that, to find Momoka and the Aoni. What did they even do to provoke Mifune?
None of your business.
I don't get it, Mio-san. Is this last really worth your boss getting so worked up? They've got Mifune casting such a wide net over the city, woven of every pair of eyes glued to the TV.
Moriuchi sees a flash of something. A tanto. In the same instant he lacked any time to respond, the short blade stabs into the wooden Odin table.
If you choose to be silent, then it's best you stay silent. Not even a word. Remember this well. It would be very sad to see your Odin disappear from this city.
Bro, she is a bundle of red flags, and red is my favorite color. When is she becoming playable? Shit. Alright. I think that's where we're stopping for now. We're on the run. Momoka apparently picked up a broken blade from Hoshiguma's house, probably belonging to her dad. And now the two of them are on the run, getting tracked down by the Yakuza. So far, I'm really enjoying the plot. Haruka, nothing going on in that head. But she's a needed contrast for Hoshiguma, who's just a straight man. She's the goofball of this event, and we have to protect her. Also, something about the unicycle. Probably connected to a Beast Lord. How that's gonna connect with the rest of the story, I have no idea. But anyway, we're on the run now. We will continue our story reading. Let's see. On the 22nd, we will be playing Enfield. We'll continue our story reading on Sunday. Next week. Alright. Or maybe Tuesday. Maybe we can do it Tuesday or Wednesday before Enfield starts. And then next weekend, we could finish off the story so we could get into Enfield. Okay. So yeah, we might be back on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll set it up. On Thursday, we will be live for the global launch of Arknights Enfield. And then we'll be playing about every day. And saving some time for the weekends for OG Arknights. Thank you to everyone that stopped by, chilled out in chat, and watched us read through the start of ATO's story. Once again, my name is Nez, and thanks for watching. We'll see you friendos next time. Bye-bye.